Can a sous vide burger stand up to the deliciousness of a smash burger? We're gonna find out, and we're putting a twist on it. We're doing it Jersey style. Let's go. What's up, everybody? James with JV Sous Vide, and I'm so glad to have you back. If you're here to broaden your sous vide knowledge, you're in the right place. If it's your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button and buckle up, because we're using a Jersey classic as the center point for a battle of the burgers. At its heart, this video is going to be a sous vide versus smash burger, but we're going to make them both into Jersey burgers. What makes it a Jersey burger? It's the addition of a regional staple: pork roll. And yes, it is pork roll, not Taylor ham. Yeah, crazy North Jersey people. Let's talk about pork roll. Probably the best thing New Jersey has going for it, followed closely by Bon Jovi at number 2, The Sopranos at number 3, and Bruce Springsteen at like dead last. It's just not good. Pork roll is a processed delicacy from New Jersey, and it's most commonly used on our breakfast sandwiches. But it's also used to make one of the best burgers that you're ever gonna find. Think about bacon on steroids, and just in a better shape. Anyway, back to the burger showdown. What it's gonna really come down to is proportions. Any good burger has to have the correct proportions. Meat to bun to condiment ratio has to be perfect. To get the most out of sous vide, as always, we're gonna need it a little thicker, so let's go into it. For this, I'm thinking a 6-ounce patty. It should give us some thickness to get a perfect sous vide burger while also not being towering on the bun. We're using some 80/20 ground chuck. As always with burgers, I use this ring mold. It makes sure I get the general shape without having to overwork it with my hands. After you get a general shape, we're gonna flatten it out so it's a little bit wider. The patties do shrink when they're cooking, so you don't want them to end up smaller than the bun. That's about the thickness I like. And then we're just gonna salt the patty on all sides. And don't forget those edges. Now we'll bag it up and ready for the bath. All right, y'all, water bath break. Our sous vide burgers are gonna come out of the bath perfect. But these smash burgers are perfect in their own way. Using the smashing technique, you flash sear the outside of a thin patty, and all of those juices get distributed throughout the entire sandwich. But let's take a look at our ingredients. This burger construction is gonna be simple, and we're prepping everything in advance. We've got 1 sweet onion, plenty of pork roll, and now don't at me for this, but the cheese is American. I don't know why it's the best. By all rights it shouldn't, but it is. And then your potato rolls, the perfect bun to let the burg shine. For the onion prep, we'll cut our onion down the center and cut a bit off the not root side. Peel back the top layers of the onion. And now we're gonna slice as thin as we can. The whole point of the onions being thin is going to be when they're pressed into the burger and the pan, they cook quickly while absorbing that great beefy flavor. I'm only making a couple burgers here, but I can tell you that it's better to use more onion than less. They're so good. Most pork roll comes in a log and cloth like this. If you could ever find the pre-sliced version, well, that's even better. We'll slice it on the thicker side here, as we're going to want the proportions to be right. Sometimes when you slice it too thin, it just becomes too brittle and not that great tasting. That's about the thickness you want. This step is probably the most important here when working with pork roll. You want to make slits around the edges. 4 will do. If you don't do this, the pork roll will cup up and you won't get an even sear. All right, now that everything's ready, let's go make some burgers. We're going to start with our cast iron preheated around medium-high. We'll drop in our pork roll. We'll just watch those edges and make sure they don't burn. If they are, just back down the heat a little bit. I like to keep flipping them a couple times just to make sure they're browning evenly. Alright, now in with your burger. This handy dandy cast iron grill press is the perfect tool to help. We'll sear it here for about a minute on this side. Now, before we flip, we'll throw down a handful of your onions and back on top with your burger. On with your cheese. And if your pork roll is getting a little too crispy, you could take it out. Now for a classic diner trick, top bun on, bottom bun on the top here, and now we're effectively steaming the bun. After our cheese is melted, we'll move on to assembly. Okay, that's our sous vide burger. As you can see, it came together real fast, and these smash burgers are gonna come together even faster. We are gonna speed through the pork roll piece just because it's the same. We're gonna use an ice cream scoop here. It makes the perfect smash burger patty size. Slap that ball down and pile the onions on top. Piece of parchment on top to make sure your press doesn't stick. And smash. Hold it there to get yourself a crispy flash sear. Pepper. Salt. Now on this first side, we're gonna let it cook until you start to see the juices up on top of the burger. Flip it over. Salt and pepper on the other side. On with your cheese. Do that same bun trick. And there's your smash burger. Alright y'all, let's see how we did here. I don't know if you can tell, I totally smoked out this kitchen, but I think it's gonna be well worth it here. Let's go with that sous vide burger first. Thick patty. Mmm. As you can see, thick patty, some nice pieces of pork roll. Yeah, goes nicely. I do like the thickness. I'm really interested to see how the smash burger plays with the thickness. But that's really good right there. All right, moment of truth. Let's try that smash burger. I mean, look at that. That's just might be tough to beat. That's very good also. I mean, that's going to be tough right there. That is really good if you want to eat multiple. Two of these would be probably about equal of the one of the sous vide burgers. So really, it's just how much cooking you want to do and how much you want to be burning out your stove. It may be worth it just to do one sous vide burger rather than two patties worth of a pork roll burger or for a smash. But hey, they're both amazing, so you really can't go wrong whichever way you go there. But hey, if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably go smash, just because I probably want multiple. Tough to get around that. All right, there you have it. Go make yourself a burger of your own. And if you got something out of this video, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and go watch some of the other videos we got for you. Catch you on the next one.